Hi, my name's James, and this is my final project proposal. This is our outline. I will provide the motivation, the task, and the dataset, and the method, and the expected outcome of my project. The motivation is one project of the course I'm currently taking, taught by Professor Chen Xinxi, which is NLP. The task is to classify basically it's a sentence pair classification. And since our group reached the highest accuracy on the Kaggle or public test data set, and I think it is quite more familiar for me with the methodology in this kind of text classification problem. So that's one of the motivation, and another one is the so-called explainability of cross-lingual emotional detection competition, which is going to be ended, which is going to end at May 13. This task is more about finding out the word that contribute to the final classification label. And combining these two, I've decided to do a more relatively simpler task. Is called the multi-domain sentiment analysis. So the project focuses on classifying a given sentence into either positive, negative, or neutral. The task is relatively simple, but I will explain why I choose it and the method I expect to be used in my project. You may ask, why is this problem hard? That's because when people leave online reviews, the star ratings is commonly included as context. For example, in the review shown here, when given both the stars and the text, the sentiment is obvious, right? But only with the text alone, it would be possible to have many different ratings. Another source of difficulty is the diversity of reviews. To put it simply, the more complex patterns the data are, the more difficult it is for a machine learning model to learn them. This is illustrated by these examples on the right here, which are all 5-star reviews but contain very different task elements. The data set I'm going to evaluate my models is the DATA5014 round 1 dataset and the round 2 dataset, and also the Stanford sentiment tree bank. So DATA5014 is the dataset of DATA5014 is from the Yelp academic dataset. This dataset involves sentences that were challenging for a high-performance sentiment model, but intuitive for humans. The dataset provides a unique challenge due to its construction method, focusing on sentences that can potentially deceive sentiment analysis models. For round 2, this dataset also originates from the Yelp academic dataset, but involves sentences that have been modified by crowd workers to express specific sentiment, while attempting to deceive sentiment analysis models. So this adversarial setup is intended to create challenging scenarios for sentiment analysis tools. The third Stanford Sentiment Tree Bank dataset includes movie reviews from Rotten Tomatoes with sentence level and phrase level sentiment annotations. This ternary setup, positive, negative, and neutral of SST3 will be used for model training and validation. For the related work, the sentiment analysis on a binary classification reach a very high performance using like T5 or even LSTM. You can reach a accuracy of more than 90%. For sentiment analysis on SST5, which is a more fine-grained sentiment classification task, the accuracy is around 60%. So for our work, since the classification task is ternary, is three class, we expect the outcome to lies in between maybe 90 and above 60, maybe like 70 to 80, and maybe a good comparison. So the methods we are going to use first is the pre-trained models. So we are going to experiment with various pre-trained models available on the Hugging Face Models Hub to find the best fit for sentiment analysis across different domains. And we are also going to try out some fine-tune regions to explore different fine-tuning we want to explore different fine-tuning strategies behind the use of the CLS token, such as pooling mechanism using the sum or average across the output state of the models. And we are also going to try out different training regimes to utilize the available training data set to develop a robust model, potentially incorporating additional sentiment data sets to enhance domain robustness. And the last, we want to try out some prompt engineering to write prompt to instruct the large language model on how to classify the sentiment. And our expected outcome is to develop a robust sentiment analysis model that performs well on both of the three data sets. And we also want to explore the different regions, including the training, the fine-tuning regions and different language model, and the prompt engineering to compare their performance on this specific task. And this is my final project proposal.